A label can contain text and images, or text or images. It is meant to display information, not to be interacted with. So the user can't select anything. They don't click on it. They don't drag it anywhere. It's for display. So if you want to display text, then you don't. Then you would use a label. So for example, let's say on my Mad Libs program here, I want to add a label. Okay, so I'm going to say intro label for just a little introductory text on the left-hand side here. I'm just going to say type some words in each box. So I'm going to say tk.label. So you always start out creating the object for the widget. And I'm going to say what the master is, and that's going to go in the left frame. And then I'm going to say, what is the text? The text equals enter a word below to see the result. Okay, so there is my label. And that's it. Now, the other thing that I need to do before the label shows up is I need to pack it into the frame. So I'm going to say intro label.pack, and I'm going to let that stay with its current mode of gravity. So it's just going to float to the top of that box, and let's check it out. Okay, so something weird happened here. There's my label, but what you'll notice is the frame that contains it shrunk to the size of the label. Why is that? The reason for that is that when the TK interface creates something, it wants to create something so that it can fit and work on different types of screens. Because even if I create this program, if I run it on your computer versus my computer, your screen size, your configuration might be different. And that means it needs to be able to have some flexibility. Now, if I don't want this to happen, if I don't want the frame to shrink down to the size of the contents, then I can prevent that. And the way I prevent that is by using something called pack propagate. So I'm going to go up right here into the frame before I pack it, and I'm going to say left frame dot pack propagate, and I'm just going to say false. And I'm going to do that with the left frame and the right frame, so neither one shrinks. So right frame pack underscore propagate says do not shrink to the size of the contents. So if I run that now, there is my label on the left-hand side, and it's centered and it's vertically shifted to the top because that's the way gravity goes. Now, if I was making this program for somebody else, let's say I'm doing this as a job, I probably don't want that label to be that high up. I probably want the text a little bigger. Those are all configurable options. I can change all that stuff. I can put a little bit of padding between the top. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to stick to the basics and the functionality of this. Okay, so we're going to leave that label for now. And we're going to go through a couple of other options.